Advancing from the high school level to the college stage in a player's first year can be difficult. For Aaron Diggs and David Griffith, they've utilized their upperclassmen teammates to create an easier transition.
It's been pretty smooth, not too bad, working hard every day, and the guys brought me in, kept me under their wing, and just really brought me in as a family member, which was a big part of it.
It's been a little different. The speed is definitely a lot faster, but the coaches take us under their wing, and the players help us out a lot, and just practice, and we've gotten used to it at this point.
Over the last 2 years, Coach Nielsen and his staff have redshirted most of their true freshmen. However, each year there are a few players who get the opportunity to step up and show their talents right away.
For myself, my mindset was to work hard every day and hopefully get some playing time, because I want to go out there and I want to contribute and help this team get victory. So.
Coming into the season, the coaches told us that they're going to redshirt most of us, even all of us, but me and a couple of other guys during camp, we just showed what we had, and they believed in us, so we got a chance to play.
Since getting on the field this early, both true freshmen have agreed the playing time has helped with getting used to the new level of competition.
It's definitely helped me big time, transition to the speed of the game. It's a little quicker than high school, so you got to adjust to that, but it's helped me big time, so I'm ready for it.
Mostly speed, the coaches told us that it's going to be a lot faster, even the players told us it's going to be a lot faster. So we got to think faster, we got to play faster, and we just got to be confident in how we play.
The starting quarterback for the Badgers had an interesting connection with two current Leathernecks on the roster. Both Dallas Nichols and J.C. Baker also play at junior colleges in Arizona, like Tanner McAvoy. Baker was a teammate of McAvoy at Arizona West, and Nichols was a rival at Glendale Community College.
Definitely had some confidence in the game, knowing that I played against him before and knew his tendencies and stuff like that. But other than that, it was just trying to do my job for the team.
I was proud of his performance. He did pretty well. I was unfortunate that we came on the wrong side of the game, but I was just proud of the fact that he came from a JUCO with me, and he's playing at the highest level. We were overlooked a lot and had to go a different avenue to get to the highest level. So I'm just proud of the hard work that we put in, and hopefully we can both be at the top at the end of the season.
Although the Leathernecks didn't win the war against the Badgers, Dallas Nichols was able to win a battle against quarterback Tanner McAvoy.
It was great. I didn't get to pick him off the first time we met, so it was amazing to get to actually get one. The second time we actually didn't get the dub this time, but he's a great guy. He's a great quarterback, knows how to lead his team, so we tried hard and we played hard.
Over the past 2 years, Arizona has become somewhat of a farming system for Western Illinois football. As in 2 years, the Leathernecks have a total of 6 players who have transferred from a junior college in Arizona to WIU.
Yeah, it was a big reason why I came here to WIU. I mean, it helped a lot knowing that there's a lot of people from back home, and it helps me out. I mean, we can always bring up old times talking about back home, and it never feels like we're too far away.
It just shows that no matter where you're from, if you can play ball, you can get recruited. Being in Arizona, while I was in Arizona, we didn't have a lot of rep for good football players. So now that people are getting recruited, it's a good hire.
Just let you know that Arizona is about to be put on the map.
Last year, all 3 of the players who transferred to Western were from a different community college located in Arizona. However, this year 2 of them came from Glendale Community College, where Nichols is from.
Back in Arizona, all you hear about is Arizona Western, this and that. So it's actually a good feeling to me that I got a couple guys up here from GCC and some more guys from SEC than Arizona Western. They're always winning in our division.
Coming from Arizona to Illinois is a huge culture change for anyone. Luckily for the new transfers, they have had Nichols and Baker be able to give advice on what to expect being in Illinois and no longer Arizona.
I mean, I've seen snow before, but never really lived in snow. So that was a big difference. And then it does get hot out here. There's been a few practices where it's been rough. The humidity's a big difference.
We've been here for a year already, so we can help them out along the way and let them know that you need to buy some snow boots and some jackets and some winter gloves.
This weekend, the Leathernecks will take on the North Dakota State Bison. Even though these 2 teams are conference foes, they haven't played each other since 2011, and a lot has happened since 2011. The Bison have won 3 national championships in that time period, and so this week I talked to a couple players who are part of the 2011 team that played North Dakota State.
We were struggling back then, they were struggling back then, and they turned it around and they're doing well now. I think we're turning around here. We just been slipping a little bit with the games, but I think once we get like a certain edge, then we'll be able to come out with wins.
They're three-time champs now. That's a big difference. A lot of the guys weren't even here. I'm one of the few guys that were here. And so a lot has changed, whole new coaching staff, and so they're not looking at it like they're three-time champs. This is a team they've never played before, so they're going to go in guns blazing, have the right scheme, have us ready to go.
We're well familiar with North Dakota State, what they like to do offensively, and it's just going to be a nice physical game.
Not often does a school schedule the best of the best to play in the homecoming game. Some may see the matchup against the Bison as a negative. However, for the Leathernecks, they see it as an opportunity.
Anytime you get to face the #1 team in the nation, that gives you a chance to show your level of play. And that's all we can do. We can show our level of play and try and dominate this game and come out on top.
It helps us to realize that, we're able to come out and, if we compete and win, we have a good chance of conference championship.
Oh yeah, I've been waiting for this chance for 3 years. We haven't seen them in the last couple of years, but this is a moment that you'll never forget. It's a moment you've been winning on. Not too many teams get the chance to play the #1 team in the nation, and it's something that me and the team are definitely looking forward to.
For the three seniors, this will be their final homecoming. With a chance to win against the #1 team in the nation, they all had the same conclusion.
Man, it would mean everything. It would be a perfect way to go out.
That would mean, everything. I think, beating the #1 team in the country, homecoming, and just kind of proving that, we are here.
Oh, it would mean everything. Like I said, this is something that you will never forget. I love to win my last homecoming game here at Western Illinois as a Leatherneck, and I think the team feels the same way about that. We want to go out, put on a good show for our fans, have something for them to cheer about, and take down the #1 team in the nation. You want to say you want to treat it like every other game, but it's not any other game. You have to bring a little bit more of a chip on your shoulder, have a little bit more edge, be a little bit more physical, because, you just can't play your average game and beat a team like this. You got to pretty much give more than what's expected.
Welcome back to the Pigskin Preview. Both Dakari Calhoun and Lane Staple have played a pivotal role in the Western Illinois football department as the equipment managers. Dakari, also known as D, first was the equipment manager at Florida A&M. After working there, he continued that position for the Jacksonville Jaguars, an arena football team called the Tallahassee Titans, William & Mary, and finally here at Western Illinois University. While Lane's journey started as a manager of his high school football team, once coming to WIU, Lane would become a part of the football staff. This is their story.
I wanted to continue playing football, but due to health problems as far as injuries and back, I talked to my coach at that time, and I said I still want to be a part of the team, and he was like, well, work in the equipment room. And it was weird at first, but I learned under George Godfather Thomas. He was there for 45 years, learning the basics of how to fit helmets, fit shoulder pads, fix them, issue, and from then on, it just grew on to me, and I learned, and I loved it since that day.
During high school, I was equipment manager for my football team, and my coach, the head coach, who came up to me, asked if I want to do this in my future. So I was like, yeah, I'll do that. So he's like, I knew Coach Hinn, the former head coach here, and he's like, I could talk to him and maybe get you a job with that. So I applied to Western, got accepted, and when I came here, I talked to Susan, the old secretary, and she got me in touch with Micah, the head film guy, and I filmed for a year, and then I worked with D1 game, and that's how I became equipment manager.
A big part of being an equipment manager for the Leatherneck football team is game day preparation. For athletes, game day starts on Saturday. For an equipment manager, it all starts on Friday.
A game day preparation for home on Friday. After the guys leave the locker room, equipment managers will go in, put jerseys on shoulder pads, put game pants in the locker, make sure their game loop is there, make sure everybody has what they need for tomorrow's game.
And make sure everything's presentable, and we finish up laundry for the next day game.
Saturday, I come in early. My managers are usually here 5 hours before game time.
And then for game days, we come here, we set up the field, and then we test out headsets, which I'm mainly in charge of here.
Test our headsets. We do test it 3 or 4 times before the game time. Usually when you have headsets, frequencies could be messed up, so you want to check it before. No fans there, fans starting to get there, fans are there, and right before the game.
And then I go out on the field 90 minutes before to help the specialists and everything warm up.
Then we come back in, you know, just some guys may need some stuff that we overlook, or hey, it's a little cold out for me, can I get my thermal, can I get this little stuff. We kind of relax during the game because the game is going on. We watching the field. Lane's our kicker guy, special teams guy, he kick off, he goes out there and run and get the tee. My other managers are, because you have those guys who leave stuff in the locker room, players, and I'll run managers back in and say, hey, go get this person's mouthpiece, you left it. But we kind of relax, and usually with 2 minutes left in the game, if it's not a close game, we'll start looking around, and that means start, you know, at least picking up some stuff, especially when you're on away games. Coach is not waiting for, you know, you, so you got to beat the coaches and the players out to the bus and make sure you have the locker room cleaned up.
Equipment managers may not have the most glorious job in the world. However, there are quite a few perks to being in this field.
Seeing athletes come in and my managers come in as, you know, high school students, which they believe they're a grown person. I'm grown, I'm out of my family house, but seeing them grow every year and they're not going back to, well, I'm just leaving home. I tell my managers all the time, hey, when you're doing good, I'll go to bat for you. When you're wrong, you're wrong. If you get in trouble, don't call me, call your parents. So I kind of keep it honest with them, and they know, they really do know, and it's like seeing my managers grow and want to actually be in the business of equipment manager is real, that's real lighting.
Rewarding job is able to go to places. I've been to Vegas, I've been to Wisconsin, I've been to Minnesota. I've been to a lot of cool places in my 3 years of doing this, and it's been really fun.
Like most jobs, there are both pros and cons to working as an equipment manager. Both Dakari and Lane have their own biggest challenge on the job.
Toughest part of the job is probably loading up the buses after a game, because we want to get out of there so we can get home, so we have a deadline, we have to meet that deadline.
Remembering everybody's sizes, not just player sizes, your staff, coaches, administration, t-shirt, short sizes, undergarments, shoe size. I think that's probably just remembering it. A lot of my managers ask me, because when we go to the locker room, I say, oh, that's that person, that's that person. They're like, how do you know it? It's like, it just grows with you. You're with the kid from August to now, you start knowing everything about that kid as far as sizes and stuff.
Oftentimes, student managers will be a part of the staff for only a year or two. For Dakari, he has had Lane for 3 years as a member of the football department. In that time, Dakari has not only been able to mentor Lane, but has also formed a life-lasting friendship with the senior.
He is one of those kids that really wants to know everything about equipment management. And it's a lot of kids and a lot of people don't know about being an equipment manager, what happens, you know, before practice, after a practice, during practice, before a game, after a game. And with Lane, he wants to know everything. I saw a little bit of Lane in me. That's how I was when I first started. I want to learn. It's not, and Lane teaches me some things. He said, D, how about we do it this way? With him, I let his opinion matter. I said, okay, we'll try it your way. If it works, it works. If it don't, we have to go back to the old way. But he's just, he wants to do the business. He wants to learn the business, and any way I can help him, I will. It really sucks that he's about to leave, but I'm trying to get him on to be with me and, you know, show him, and actually he can show me things. So always in this business, you always can learn, not just because they're a student, they always still can teach you a few things. It's like a little brother. When we go to like out of town, we go out together, and he's like my headset guy. You know, when we go on these trips and we have to go on top of the press box, I'm not a big fan of going up to the top and in the top of a roof. So I say, Lane, do you want to go up there? He was like, well, I'll do it, but I'm not afraid. But he's just that, he's my right-hand man. So I'm glad to have him now, and hopefully we can have him in the future.